Okay, well, next up, I'm delighted to say joining us is Harry Bentley, who's been enjoying a great winter the summer in Qatar, and has got a couple of rides on Saturday night. I suppose let's start with the one in the Alquoz, Medicean Man. What do you know about this particular horse?
I actually know him very well, to be honest. I've ridden him quite a lot, and I think this is probably my fourth ride on him at Meydan. He seems to love the track. He's very much kind of an Ascot horse back in England, which I feel suits a sprinter here in Dubai on that turf. He likes quite a solidly run race, and he's got a good turn of foot when it comes to the business part of the race.
So, but obviously, as races competitive as this, how much do you feel he might need to? Does he need to improve, or if he's best shown, where do you think he's realistic aspirations?
I mean, obviously he would need to show a real career best in order to be in the money. But I think he's in great form, and I think he's better than last year. It's obviously a very strong race with Shay and Soul Power there too, very solid sprinters. So he'd have to, like I say, bring out a career best. But I think he could be. I'd like to think he could even be placed.
Okay, and you've got one in the Cahola Classic. My pronunciation might be. I think it's Vetlana De Faust.
That's probably how I would pronounce it.
Right. Okay. Well, that's very good. Thank you, Harry. What for people who don't know, how would you assess that form?
To be honest, I've never actually ridden her, but her form, I would say, is probably solid enough. She's finished behind Alanga and Assi, who are probably the best. Well, they probably are. I think the two best Arabians in Qatar. So I think the form probably does stack up quite nicely, and obviously carrying a little bit less weight is going to play onto our advantage.
And you have been flying between the two venues.
Yeah.
And the Qatar racing, seeing now how that's emerging. Also, we've had Harry here, and the commitment of the families there. How being part of that is obviously a great opportunity for you.
It is massively so, and especially as my boss is Qatari himself. It's nice to be able to go to his home country and have a look into the racing there, and thankfully do well over there. I think it's very much an up and coming place, and I've been lucky enough to have been given some great rides and support by the likes of Jassim Ghazali, who's the top man out there, and also Julian Smart, who's supported me a lot with the Arabians. And
so, for people who don't, what's your running total so far through the winter?
31 now. Yeah.
31, not bad.
Not bad. No, I only go there kind of once or twice a week, so.
And what about looking ahead to the British campaign? What's on the agenda, do you think?
Well, obviously I'll be riding for Sheikh Fahad, and we've got loads of horses. We bought loads more 2-year-olds through the summer months, and now with Breeze Ups coming, I'm sure there'll be a few more to add to the list. I'll be riding a second jockey behind Jamie Spencer, which I'm very much looking forward to. I think we've got some lovely horses, and I'm sure a few nice 2-year-olds will emerge. So
for someone like you, this is, it's a golden opportunity, isn't it? Full stop.
It is massively so. I mean, I'm very young, I suppose, to be in a good job, and I've been given a great opportunity, so I'll try and take it.
Okay. Any questions for?
Harry, they took advantage of Medicean Man's handicap rating to get him on the Tapeta. Was there a bit of a toss-up between going to the Golden Shaheen or just running in the Alquoz?
I suppose there was really. Obviously, he was so well in on the Tapeta, which I think it was a very good move to run him in that. I think with the Golden Shaheen is the fact that you have to be drawn well, and if you're not, initially I think they came here thinking, right, if he runs well, we'll go for the Alquoz, but I think if they went for the Golden Shaheen and they end up with a bad draw, I think they only kick themselves the fact that maybe they should have gone for the Alquoz. I think it probably was a little bit of a toss-up at one stage, but I think in the back of their minds the Alquoz was probably a no-brainer.